Hey everybody, welcome to Superquest Saga, the show where we here at the Dungeon Cast sit around the table and play some Dungeons & Dragons. My name's Will Stark, and I will be your belligerent dungeon master for this evening. And joining me always are my friends...
Josh Raylan playing Sebastian Crenshaw, half-orc paladin.
I'm your special guest, Jake. I'm playing Persephone Goldpetal, the Furbolg Druid.
I'm Brian, and today I'm playing Kata Huttenberg. Now I'm a character.
And, last we left off with you guys.
Welcome to me.
Last we left off with you guys, some really big things happened, and some big changes to your characters, some leveling up, some hot reveals.
I suppose.
And I wanted to start today's session with the three of you, including Primina, coming back from kind of a night on the town. So what were you guys doing on this night on the town before coming back to the ship?
Celebrating our new awesome shit. I imagine.
Fair enough.
Maybe not for Carter.
Yeah, that's true.
I had like a cool acid trip in the desert, but
Drinking an immature amount of wine.
Okay, alrighty.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Or spirits of some kind.
So you guys hit the booze for sure.
Oh yeah,
and
Everyone's a little tipsy.
I've been hitting it a little harder.
ooh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, then normally I'm on a pretty consistent. When there's downtime, I'm having drinks. And
You're not throwing it back like us, though.
and now even when there's not downtime, I'm having drinks.
There's a point in the night where Primina comes up to Sebastian. She goes, "Is Carter okay? He never stopped."
I didn't even notice.
He does seem like he's hitting the bottle pretty hard.
I walk up behind all of them like I've never been better.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Carter.
Speaking of that, hey, so
How is everybody?
fantastic.
How are you? Yeah.
This whiskey's great.
Yes, it is.
I love me some whiskers.
So last I checked with you guys, I believe some of you guys want to get tattoos. I think
Yes.
tonight
Oh,
might
yes.
be
This is the night. This is the
Okay.
We're
night.
properly sauced.
All right.
Yeah.
So who's getting what?
So I'm getting the emblem that I just joined the Iron Legion right there on my right shoulder.
Nice.
The sword with the crown. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
That's pretty tough. I am going to get some. I wanted to talk to Yuma about it, but definitely wanted to style some tattoos that look like, you know how in movies they'll do like the constellations?
Right.
And it'll be like the points of the stars connecting.
Oh,
Basically
yeah,
to
yeah.
make the form of the constellation.
Yeah,
I want
absolutely.
something like that to represent my B shapes
Okay.
and have it be like kind of runic, kind of like pretty much. So like when I do the B shape magic, it'll like glow basically.
Nice.
And when I go into the B shape, it'll still retain like the points and the line connecting it basically.
Okay,
Like glowing
all right.
on it.
So he
more or less
becomes
what I
the
wanted.
B shape, I think,
Yeah.
because we were talking about this earlier.
yeah.
And like where it would be represented in his like druid form, like his Furbolg form,
Yeah.
there would be dots. Those dots show up on the wild shape.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so you talked to Yuma about the idea.
Like the runes, basically the magic that goes into it.
And so
is
you
more-
guys together, you go over some diagrams and some constellations,
Yeah,
you make
yeah.
some choices, and you decide on the ones that you're going to do. She tells you to come back so that she can bless your tattoos with starlight so that they'll glow even in animal
that's dope.
form. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
That is my ideas. Yeah, and I'll draw some up because I have some rough ideas about how it should look. So I'll have something for you guys soon.
That sounds good. All right. So night on the town, tattoos,
Yes.
booze. You guys are
good.
coming back to the Starwind Bay. You guys are coming back to the Brunhilde.
Hey, wait, Carter got a big fucking like.
What did you get? You got a tattoo?
There's a
Oh, you got a tattoo?
Oh yeah, I got a
shit.
tattoo.
Okay.
And I got a big
Party tonight.
I got a big back piece.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, Carter just like he finally got drunk enough to just be like, yeah, sure, I'll get one too. Okay,
Come on, Carter, it'll be cool. If all three of us get
I
tattoos.
mean, they're getting them. I'm getting them. Is homegirl Primina gonna get a tattoo?
Oh gosh, I didn't think about this.
She gonna get like a butterfly on her ankle or whatever?
She's
Yeah.
pensive about the whole idea. Here, I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave this.
Can we try to persuade her?
I'll try to
into getting a
persuade her.
tattoo?
Okay, yeah. Give me your persuasion check. Any of you guys. But
Everybody's doing
all
it.
individual.
We're all like, come on, Primina.
Peer
18
pressure.
persuasion.
Peer pressure.
Persuasion? Oh, hell yeah. That's peer pressure. Oh, no, that was bad.
A 19 plus.
Oh, motherfucker.
Oh
Two.
wait, didn't my proficiency bonus
Not
go up
yet.
by
No, it
one?
goes up to
5, I think.
Oh, it goes
yeah.
up next level. Does it go up level 4 or level 5?
4. It goes up level 4.
It went up. I remember it going
I
up.
think it goes up level 4.
I think it's
Okay,
I could
well,
be
we'll say
honest.
it's 5 for now.
Okay, but
What's the total?
I still got a +2 to my charisma. Sorry, I'm working off. I don't have any blank character sheets, and I haven't had time to get one.
Okay.
So I'm working this out. It is an 8 +4 +1. So this is going to be actually 7. So 19 + 7.
19 + 7. Okay.
Damn.
26. So the only way is if she crits. That's basically.
Oh, she's
the only
rolling
way.
against me?
Yeah, she has to roll.
She
against
making
you
like a
guys.
fucking charisma saving throw?
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. She's trying not to be persuaded by you.
I'm talking to her out loud and in her head at the same time to like try and pull.
I don't know. I think that's a bad idea. Let me
there-
tell you not to do that.
Oh, okay, sure.
Doing every time you've
was
spoken to her
fucking with her, I'm sure.
telepathically,
Oh,
she
she
has
panics.
PTSD.
I probably yeah.
Okay,
Is there a
here
way
we
to
go.
do it so
you'd
she
make
won't
that.
notice, but it sounds more like imposing? I'll pass.
Like he wants to
Similar
accept
time.
her.
yeah, well, kinda.
Gosh, let me just roll this dice.
Roll the dice. Roll the dice.
Over there, just like
She rolled a 2, so I guess she's getting a tattoo.
man.
Down, she wanted it.
She gives us some thought, and she decides to get a pair of angel wings on her back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Appropriate. Like
So
it.
there. Now
looks
she
amazing,
has
Pamela.
those.
Okay, so my tattoo is the boat from the Haunted Mansion. There's a picture in the Haunted Mansion, and they like hologram change as you walk down the hall.
Oh, yeah, I
from
know
like
the
a
one.
nice ship, like just a nice like Victorian, like I almost said Victorian age,
Like a Spanish galleon.
like a Spanish galleon, and then it turns into like the undead version of it,
Right.
like the Black Pearl, but like all nasty. Like, you know,
Right,
with
right.
the sails torn. I get like the nasty one.
Oh,
Just,
you
like,
get the nasty
ship
one?
at sea.
Okay.
That's
It's just I'm
dope.
trying to like explain old boats to the tattoo guy, and I'm able to like sketch something for him. I was like, can you just do this on my back, but make it look like all creepy?
No problem.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Dope,
so you guys get
dope.
all your tattoos. You guys make your way back to Starwind Bay to the Brunhilde, and
Did we need any ointment?
how
you guys got
does magic
you guys,
tattoo.
As a matter of fact, no, the tattoos,
tattoo patches.
futuristic space tattoos are instant, painless, and you don't have to worry about them healing.
What?
There's a removal
just get a
place.
laser.
There's a removal booth like in the back.
done with futuristic lasers.
Oh, we see a guy come in with like a
Tattoo
full body
Kinkos.
piece, and he goes into like a booth in the back, and it cleans him, and he gets a brand new one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens.
Hell yeah.
So you guys are walking back to the Brunhilde,
we are.
Makes it kinda less
Starwind Bay.
intense.
As you guys are making your way down the dock, you hear something from above, and looking up, you see that Victoria is up on the ship, and she's like decked out, and like she's got like a harness, and she's up against the side of the ship. She's got a blowtorch and a giant mask, and she's just going to town on her ship.
Oh, nice.
She sees you guys passing, and she's like, "Hey, free loafers, Dag's got a job for you tomorrow. So see him. He's also got this week's pay."
She say Dag?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dag,
okay.
the guy who got his leg fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she looks at Prim and she goes, "Prim, you're joining them if you think you're ready." And Prim's kind of tipsy. She's like, "Yeah, I got
We
this.
got
Yeah,
it,
I
Vicky.
tell her she is.
Yeah, I'll go. Sounds like fun."
The dice said she has to do everything I say.
Sure. So you guys have anything to say to that?
I'm not gonna be weird about it.
She just goes back to welding.
What you doing, Vicky?
I'm fixing the ship that you guys broke.
Still? You still doing it?
Still. She lifts up her mask.
It's
She looks at
been
you.
so
She was
long.
looking me in my eyes. Still.
Oh shit!
She puts the mask back down. She goes back to welding.
I'll say it. Well,
Let's go.
Let's go inside, guys. Let's go inside.
I was gonna be like, "Do you need any help?" And then if she was gonna say anything, I'm already walking away.
Oh, okay. No, she doesn't even look at you. She just keeps laughing. It's too funny.
Don't say I never asked.
So you guys get back aboard the Brunhilde. It's pretty late, getting close to bedtime. Obviously, one of you doesn't sleep. But yeah, I don't know what you guys want to do. Do you guys just crash in bed? Do you guys want to do anything before bed?
I'm reading about mind flayers like fervently in all my downtime.
Okay, you could do that.
Yep. Is there text about that anywhere? Access? I
You
definitely.
you have access to Watt's library, so there's some information for sure.
So I need the like universal galactic. What kind of scale are we dealing with here? I need the reputation across the galaxy.
Bad,
Okay.
very bad.
But
No one likes them.
but known.
What do you mean? No,
No.
yeah, everyone knows who the Illithids are. Yeah, they're a pretty big power. They
That's-
used to be like the power until the Elven Empire beat them back for the most part.
There you go. Okay. What was my boy's name? Do you remember Fred?
Fred Lowe.
Fred Lowe.
Fred Lowe.
From the Fred Stars.
Yeah, Fred. I want to ask Fred about if he hears anything about that, about mind flayers. Casually dropping it to him like we're having a conversation about something else. Like,
I mean,
hey,
what do you want to know, boss? Like, everyone knows who the squids are.
anybody talking about him lately?
No, not that I know of.
No.
No.
Just curious. I've been coming across some texts. No. You know I like to read, Fred.
Well, you know me.
You know about reading, don't you?
Yeah, I do some here and there.
Really? How?
Yeah.
Well, what is it that you read, Fred?
You know, bar menus.
Yes, of course.
Man,
I'll wave to him as I leave.
Okay, but we're back at the Brunhilde.
Yep. Okay. Quick detail. Flashback. I love
That was a quick
flashback.
flashback. Just so you guys know what's going on with the other crew members, Dag's probably asleep. Primina, she ends up going off to bed. Watt seems to be in the kitchen trying to teach Artax how to cook. And Dirk is playing a video game called Mega Mash Companions, and he's up for a challenge anytime.
And Carter's in his room, just like kind of a little sweaty, like reading like quickly through anything he can get his hands on.
What do you guys do?
I'm sure it's not a book; it's like a database. So he's like, scrolling.
Yeah, it's a database.
He's like,
going that you
through
have
screens.
you can have access with your bracer jacket.
And I'm really fucking good at it now because I've been doing it pretty much nonstop for weeks.
Quite proficient.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I'm the best.
I want to play that game.
Yeah. You should
100%. She's gonna be like, what's that?
He's gonna be like, oh yeah, come on, man. Who do you main?
You know, what are my options?
I'm maining this guy called Long. He's really good.
Then, you know,
He
there's
has
this,
no nose and a very wide set pair of eyes.
Indeed he does.
I'll go to the to like a dinosaur looking one.
Oh yeah.
Yashi. I
Yashi,
think is what
yeah,
it is.
Yashi.
Yeah. Egg
That's a good
laying
one.
dinosaur. Hey, this
Gotcha.
guy looks cool.
All right, man. Let's
Rock
go.
this
So
guy.
you guys play Mega Mash Companions into the night.
Oh, awesome.
I'll watch them play
compliments
for a
your
little
egg
bit.
game.
I'll analyze and watch them play for a little bit.
Egolas.
And then I think earlier I would have gone into the Iron Legion. Let them know I'll probably be gone for a little bit because I know I'm supposed to go on patrols
You're
and stuff
on
like
leave
that.
for a week. Yeah,
Okay.
you're not expected to come back.
Okay,
Nice.
Like
so
you've been intermittently doing basically street cop work over in
Okay.
Staller and Quarter, but cool beans.
Sebastian is basically just Dwayne Johnson. I just pictured Dwayne Johnson as a half orc.
Okay, yeah,
I like that. Yeah,
I
that
like
works,
that.
man.
That's
That
You're
works.
like you're like the action
Rock.
movie equivalent of The Rock.
right.
Let's
Perfect.
I don't mean regular Dwayne Johnson is cool and everything. I
The
mean
Rock?
him from like Fast and Furious. You're that.
Gotcha.
I like it. I like it.
All right, so let's.
I think
go
also
ahead.
he's going to spend his time reading as well, trying to learn old lore, see if he can pick up any information about orcs past, like that, what happened.
Okay.
But a lot of it is also he wants to learn about the elves too.
Ooh, gosh.
He wants to learn as much as he can about them because he has a little chip on his shoulder about the elves.
Right.
So he's. I mean, it's not
If
like
you guys have specific questions,
Okay.
I'll just answer them because you guys will have. I'll answer whatever you guys have access to.
okay.
I don't this time, but I will next.
Because elves, I mean, the elves have 80,000 years of
yeah.
history, so I'm like, what am I supposed to tell you?
No, I know.
But
I
so
have,
yeah.
I have a question about Sebastian's like to dos like over the last little while. Have you had any interaction with the Iron Legion members, Jake and Brian?
It's true.
Indeed.
What are they up
Yeah,
to?
what are they
Because we are
Sebastian
Sebastian's best
and or
friends.
Dungeon
I
Master.
swear to God.
It's true.
They're the jokesters of the crew.
Oh, yes. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but they love the Iron Legion. What the fuck is it that you do?
We're loyal as fuck. Yeah.
They love Dominion.
I'm
We love the Dominion.
They love
Yeah, we're
Dominion.
into it.
Yeah,
I have a
moving
dungeon in my
on.
room all about Dominion.
You guys go to bed. Unless there's something very specific you want to do on the ship.
I don't go to bed.
Okay.
Ever.
Oh, yeah, that's
Not
true.
anymore.
I go to
I
bed.
barely did before.
So, Dag's expecting you in the briefing room at 800 hours.
I'm there 5 minutes early because why the fuck not?
Cool beans. What about
I'm
you
there
guys?
like 10 minutes late.
That's fine. That's
I'll
fine.
be there
too.
on time.
All right. So Dag meets you guys in the briefing room, and he seems in a rather upbeat mood. He's sporting a brand new cyborg leg that replaced the old one, and he's got a projector and whatnot set up. And once you guys are ready, he'll kind of get into the job for you.
What happened to your leg? I mean,
Well,
I know.
I'm like, what do you mean?
I know it got
you're there for
hurt,
it,
but
but
that's I couldn't save it. We didn't save your leg.
it's
You got
all
an
good.
upgrade now.
Do you remember? Did you
I have
bring
a better
any
one now.
ice? Do you remember the fiasco where it started to rot?
Oh, I guess not.
Unsalvageable. It had bone mites in it.
Yeah,
Did that
not
bone
bring
mites in
bone
the
mites.
leg?
bone-ite infection. Not much you can do about that. I had to lose a leg.
No, I thought we had saved it. I'm sorry. That whiskers
about
last night.
how
I'm sorry.
about-
Go ahead. Go ahead.
How about I start today's meeting
Yeah.
by getting you guys your guys' pay? So he hit some buttons on his bracer jacket. He forwards you guys each 800 credits.
See, we're not freeloaders. We get paid. I'm sorry, free loafers. What did they say?
Free
What did she
loafers.
say?
He goes, all right, let's talk about the job.
Yeah.
So there seems to have been a string of missing cases reported down in Sableside.
What, missing persons cases?
Indeed.
Oh.
Now, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but law enforcement doesn't really have a presence in Sableside. Crime there is high, and the city doesn't seem to give a flying fuck about the people there.
I probably go like near Sableside to talk to Fred.
Yeah, you see Fred Lowe in Sableside sometimes.
Yeah, okay.
It's, missing persons aren't uncommon, but something about the situation must be different because the communities come together with the funds and pool together to hire some private investigators. That's where you three come in. So you're expected to meet your contact down there in Sableside at 1100 hours. He's got more information on what's been going on down there. Let me forward you some of this information. He hits some buttons on his bracer jack. He goes, here's a map of Sableside and some of the addresses of some of the victims.
Carter immediately pulls it up because now he knows.
Yeah, you have it, and it's there. And exactly.
I have all day to practice.
Indeed, you do. Because your contact's name's Vander. He's a male halfling. He's pretty easy to spot. He's kind of a younger guy, but he's got a very particular facial scar. He should be waiting for you.
Traditionally, I find halflings are much more difficult to spot depending on the scenario.
Well, this scenario, he's going to be pretty easy to spot.
Good to know.
What's the scar?
He's got some sort of burn mark on the left side of his face.
Ooh.
I thought you were going to say something about a jar of farts.
You guys got any questions? What? I already got you guys passes for the B train. It'll take you straight to Sableside.
The B train. All right. I'm going to grab my spell cards because they're so close.
Your only other option is the C train, and you'll have to walk pretty far to get there. So
I really do prefer
I don't know why you're complaining about the B train.
I prefer the A train. It's much better.
A train doesn't go to Sableside.
I know, because why would it?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point.
I agree.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, do you guys have any questions or anything? Or do you guys just get ready and go, pack? What do you guys do?
Down some coffee, pack up,
There
and
you
go.
go.
Hydrate.
All right.
I see this guy. I see these fools pouring coffee. I'm like,
No need for that, huh?
Funny.
I pack alcohol
There you go.
because I need to feel down sometimes.
Pretend you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, does Yuma have like flower seeds or any sort of like plant seeds?
Oh yeah,
On
absolutely.
Some of that tea, man.
I would run. I would run by her shop and
We're being me and Sebastian are like, oh yeah. Did you get any tea?
get some of the tea.
That sounds.
And then
Remarkable.
get an assortment of like floral seeds
Okay.
that I could take with me.
Yeah, sure. That's not a problem.
Please.
She'll give you those free
Just an
charge.
assortment. Oh,
Now she's nowhere near where you guys are now.
That's like you said we had 3 hours pretty much. It was like
Yeah, 3
800 you
hours.
said that we had.
Okay, so the B train leaves at 10:30, so you have 2.5 hours to get to the B train.
How far? Oh, and you said the B train is far?
No,
Would I
the
have
B
time
train's
basically
close.
to go to her and come back?
Yeah, you
Flashback
can
of
swing
my
it.
own.
She's like 30 minutes away.
Okay, yeah. Just,
Okay, no problem.
Just to swing by there at some point.
You swing by Yuma.
Okay.
She's like, "Oh, what can I do for you, darling? You want flower seeds?
Flower seeds,
You got
any
it.
sort of pretty sort of
She gives you an
plant seed.
assortment, like 20 different.
Oh, that's awesome.
20 different
Oh,
flower seeds.
hell yeah.
Anything else?
Did you have that? Were you gonna ask him about your wild shapes?
Oh,
Oh,
would
I
be
just
able-
figured you guys already talked about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess she's got to bless him, right?
what the
Well, there's
the
another
tattoos,
question too. I think.
And then would I possibly be able to turn into one of those chicken lizards?
Yeah, sure.
Since I've seen it,
Yeah, you've
just
seen
have
those
like a
chicken
small
lizards.
option, like
Yeah,
smaller than everything
absolutely.
else.
So they're like, you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Yes, those little rat things.
There's little rat things that he's like singing them into, like it's a
Yes.
microphone
Oh,
and kicking
cool.
around. They look like that.
But chickens.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, yeah, that's dope.
So yeah,
Are we about to get on the train now?
I would imagine so, unless you guys have something else you want to
Let's
do.
do it.
Carter's getting on the train last, and because it's like getting ready to go or whatever, they're like everybody board, and then right like as I'm about to step on, I run back off and I go hit the save point, and I hit and,
Yeah.
then I run on the
exactly
dock,
what you
and then I
do.
run back onto the train and I get in because
Well
it
done.
won't close until I walk in. That's how
That's
it works.
true. Yeah. Okay. All right, protagonist. So you guys get on the Metro B, and it's a rail that soars high above most of the city. And outside of either window, you guys have this really beautiful kind of cityscape outside that you can see. Journey is going to be about 15 to 20 minutes or so. But as Primina's looking outside the window and over the city, she seems to be deep in thought. And she turns to you guys and she goes, "Do you guys ever miss your home?"
hitting us deep in the first 5 minutes.
Bitch, we're 21 minutes in.
I look up from my book that I'm reading, just kind of like waiting for somebody to say something.
Sebastian's like, every day.
I mean, I miss the trees. I miss my wolf. I used to turn into a real big, cool wolf. I miss that. But you know, home is wherever I am, I think.
She just nods when you say that. Do you say anything, Carter?
No.
Okay.
Carter.
She says, I only ask because I didn't really have a home. I just remember my creators and the tests they had me do, but this is the first time I've ever felt like I kind of feel like I have a home with you guys and with the Brunhilde crew, and it's just nice.
It is nice, isn't it?
Oh my God.
Let's talk a little bit more about Mom and Dad.
Who?
She doesn't.
I don't. I mean,
the creators.
My creators.
Yes. How's that?
Well, there was the Illithids. And then there was the Dr. Zahn. I saw him a lot.
Carter has like taken in his book that he's reading. I don't know if Carter's probably still kin to reading like physical books, I think.
Yeah, sure. And you can get your hands on them.
I like very like subtly pull out like my sketch stuff, like my pencil
and
or my
start taking
charcoal,
notes.
and I flip to the front of the book and I Zahn, you said? Dr. Zahn.
Yeah, he was there a lot. I probably dealt the most with him directly. He wasn't an Illithid.
Was he a kind man?
I don't think so.
That's a shame.
He was in charge of running most of the tests on me. He's the one who gave me my name.
Oh, I see. A human man?
No, he was a gnome, I think. But
gnome?
he wasn't. He had a lot of robot parts. He was half cyborg.
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 Is that something common you've seen? I know our friend Dag has some new cyborg traits about him.
What?
I'm asking the frequency of cyborg.
Are you asking me how often cyborgs are?
I'm asking Primina in character. Maybe I have the knowledge.
He was the only cyborg person that I saw. There were also these strange short men with thick beards. They ran a lot of the machinery.
Oh, like a dwarf.
And one time I saw this really tall gentleman with long silver hair. He had pointy ears and his eyes glowed.
Did you hate him instinctively?
He frightened me.
It was an elf.
But I only ever saw him once.
He was a filthy elf.
Silver hair.
No one ever really talked to me besides Dr. Zahn and the Illithids.
What kind of things would they say to you?
The Illithids would only give me commands. And Dr. Zahn, he tried to teach me things about where he said I was from. He said I was from this thing called the Source, and that I had a part of everything in me. But I don't know what he meant by any of that.
Well, it's pretty obvious, and I think Michael Bay would be able to tell you that you've been touched by the Allspark.
Oh my God.
So the train pulls into the next station. And that'll be the end of that conversation. So you guys land in Sableside about 30 minutes after you guys take off, unless there's something you guys want to talk about more.
I have learned not to press the issue with her.
That's good thinking. So you guys get to Sableside, and there's it's pretty obviously the slums of District 4. Most of the roads here are not made of steel and concrete like you guys are used to. Most of them are just literal raw asteroid rock.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of boarded up windows and out of business signs. The main thing that you guys notice first is how dark it is.
I thought you were going to say tumbleweed.
No, you guys are on
tumbleweed
Ashford.
rolls
There's
through
no
the fucking main road.
But it's rather dark here, and it's because there's so many out of businesses and boarded up windows. Like this part of the city is just dark, and it makes the shielding of like the sky shield, the faint blue glow, it makes it stand out more. And basically, like where you guys were seeing restaurants and banks and retail stores, now you're seeing street food vendors and like cash now kind of get short-term loan vendors and pawn shops.
Like the neon sign that would have said saloon is like out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like wooden boards over the outside or metal or something.
The streets are busy here, but as a general rule, the people walking around are disheveled, ill-dressed, and kind of dirty.
Is it like garage roll-up doors, like aluminum roll-up doors?
Yeah, you see a lot of those. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
absolutely.
Yeah. This is, okay, that kind of changed the way I'm picturing it.
For sure. Another thing you notice is the Dragonborn population is way down and the human population is way up.
Okay.
Trying to think if there's anything else that kind of stands out to you. I mean, that's the general gist of Sableside. So yeah, you guys are standing here at the station steps. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Most people here get around on foot. There's pretty strict rules on who can fly in the city. Like for instance, like you can't own a privately owned vehicle. Like usually it's like taxi services flying people around, but no taxi services come to Sableside, and so there's only trains that come in and out, and there's like only stations kind of on the outskirts. Most people just walk here.
There are a bunch of dwarves like holding those like carts that people sit in. They're like, oh, that'd be funny. These little short-legged men.
What are those
like,
called? I can't remember what they're called.
I don't know what they're called. Just like very high con creatures just running all
No,
day.
you don't really see any of those around because no one has money to pay for those.
Oh man,
So everyone just kind of walks. Yeah, everyone here is dirt poor.
I just got my 8.
It's kind of like the slums from Final Fantasy VII Midgar, if you guys have ever played that game.
Isn't that right at the beginning of the game?
Yeah, it's pretty close to the
Okay.
beginning. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you guys are at the station steps.
I imagine we're like up on some platform, like walk down into
Yeah,
the.
exactly right.
It's just like Los Angeles. Yeah, I'll walk down
Okay.
to the main road
Okay.
or passageway or whatever.
Give me perception checks, all of you.
I must see.
I must see where this halfling is. It's 22.
19.
Nice.
7.
Okay. So Carter, you're like taking in the city, but
He's
Persephone, yeah, he's disgusted.
First the beat train, now this.
Now this trash heap of a
Goddamn
down.
claw.
You see him just keep wiping himself off.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
That's hilarious.
I'm like looking at like a steaming pile of green sludge oozing down the wall of the staircase. Like,
Yeah,
Takes
that's
the hand
exactly
between
what you
like
do.
metal crack, like panels.
This is not how I saw my life going. So you guys, Sebastian, Persephone, you guys actually spot the contact pretty easily.
Oh.
He's a middle-aged, short halfling, black hair. He has like a burn mark over his left eye area, and he's leaning against a light pole that's out and just smoking a cigarette. He hasn't seemed to have noticed you guys yet, but he's obviously the person that Dag described.
Wow.
Percy, I think that's him over there.
I think we got our guy. Let's go. Carter, you see him?
Filthy. Huh? Excuse me?
Vander's over there. Let's go.
Looks like it.
So you guys approach, and the halfling sees you, and he puts out a cigarette. And he goes, "You Victoria's men?"
We are.
Victoria's people.
Yeah,
Look over at
I'm a
Primina.
woman.
Apologies. Name's Vanda. Thanks for coming. He puts out his hand for you guys to shake.
Sebastian.
I'm Percy.
Is you guys have the lowdown on what's going on down here already?
Some people are missing in
Yeah.
strange circumstances.
People have been going missing left and right, vanished without a trace. No discernible pattern either. Full-grown men and women, all races, even children.
They're all racist?
No, no, you idiot. All races.
Wasn't in character, but
Okay. He goes, everyone's frightened. And the
Everyone's
city ain't
racist.
helping. Rumors are getting crazy. Some are saying it's the government kidnapping folks for experiments. Some people say there's a monster roaming the streets in the dark. Some are blaming the gangs. Dreadstars have been roaming around like crazy, and they ain't saying why.
what?
Goddamn, these
Didn't I
dreadstars.
name something with Dreadstar?
Yes, you did. The
That's
gang that
Fred
Fred
Lowe
Lowe
is
is like.
It's your homie.
Get a hold of your own lore.
Damn it, Fred.
I forget. I said thing and it became true. Okay.
Yes, it's true. Dreadstars have been crazy active lately, and they ain't seeing why.
It's like he named it the Dreadstars. That's amazing. What a good pull.
Most people aren't willing to come forth, but a good portion of the neighborhood's put together some of the money that got you guys down here. I managed to convince 2 of the families to talk.
What do you think is going on?
And then what did they say? What did they say?
Well, we're going to have to go talk to them.
Oh, like you just were like, hey,
I
we're going
convinced
to
them
talk
to
in
you
the
guys.
in the future.
Yes.
Oh,
Exactly.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right. Good. Well, I have good news for you. It's probably all the things you said, and I'm going to prove it.
Okay, all right.
I've got government, monsters,
Well, I hope so,
Dreadstars.
because my daughter Zoe's missing.
I'm sorry. He hopes that all 3 things.
No, I hope that you solve it.
Oh,
Like
I
you just said you
his
would.
daughter's
I mean, I
missing.
said
My daughter Zoe's missing.
I said I'd
And
prove
you're
it.
really ruining the gravitas of this reveal.
I said I'd prove it, not fix it. I mean, is that our job? What's our job?
That's actually
Well-
fair. That's a fair thing you just said.
I mean, that's kind of mean, but also we'll try to get Zoe back. We'll do our best.
I'm like hurt. I'm like, that's the job. What?
Damn, man.
You don't want to save Zoe?
I didn't say that. I guess I said
Let's,
that.
You kind of said that. I'm not gonna lie.
Look, guys, I don't want to be out in the open too long. Let's go back to my place and we'll talk about it.
Right, the monster might get us. Let's go.
Okay. So,
Jesus Christ.
so Vander takes you guys through the city, maybe about 15 minutes walk around a few blocks. And he's got a 1-bedroom apartment near the Stallern Quarter, which you're pretty familiar with because that's where the Iron Legion is set up in the Stallern Quarter.
Oh, okay.
So he's like on the border of the slums in the Stallern Quarter. Let me see here. Oh, so yeah, generally it's just kind of a apartment in a poor state of affairs. It's messy kitchen, general clutter all over the place. The living room has a bunch of toys scattered about in front of like a TV. And yeah, do you guys have any questions for Vander?
So what happened with these two families? Is it how many people are missing from those families?
Well, the Walker family, father figure, Thomas, he's missing. And then I convinced the Blood Claw clan to talk to you guys. Two brothers are missing amongst them. I can't remember their names. There's like 35 of them in the den.
Blood Claw, you said?
Yeah, they're kobolds. We'll go talking to them later on.
And it was two brothers?
Yeah, two kobold brothers and one man
human
named Thomas Walker.
Would kobolds have like litters?
Yeah.
Okay. The walkers are humans.
Yeah. The Walkers are
It's just a main
humans.
character.
Yeah. When I work over in the Starlon Quarter at the mines, and when I do so, I leave Zoe here alone in the apartment. I know it's not a great option, but I don't really have another one. But she knows better than to open the door. And
She was taken from your house?
when I came home, the door was unlocked and she was gone.
Oh.
No sign of a break-in of any sort. No idea where she went. No one saw her leave. She was acting kind of funny though. The week coming up to her missing,
Funny how?
she started sleepwalking. In the middle of the night, she'd wake up. She'd walk out here to the dining room and stare out the window. And I watched her once. She just stood there for an hour, just staring.
Did you look out the window?
Yeah, there's nothing back there. Just a
I
liquor
don't know
store
why
and
I'm
an
doing
empty
your
lot.
accent.
Yeah, you picked it up.
You're picking up that Sableside accent, I see.
It's what a good investigated employee would do.
Blend in.
Blending in to my surroundings. I'm Carter Huttenberg, not
But
Will's character.
She wasn't just sleepwalking though. She started talking to herself a lot when she was playing, which isn't too abnormal for a kid. But Zoe never did that. She never had an imaginary friend.
What would she say? Anything in particular
I
that
never
stood
caught
out?
anything particular. I just asked what she was saying, and she'd be like, "Nothing, Daddy," and that was that.
How old is she?
She's about 8 years old. She's been gone for a week and a half.
Carter's like, ooh, she dead.
Yeah.
See, back where I'm from, they have like a kind of a
Vander-
3-day rule.
Vander has a bit of an emotional breakdown at
Let's
this
go.
point,
Let's
and like he turns away from you guys, and he's just like, I just want to find out where my little girl is.
Where is he? Is
I
he
do
like
too.
on a
What a coincidence.
couch or something?
You guys were standing around like the
standing-
dining room area because he was pointing to the window where she was staring out the
He
window.
kind of just left the scene in the apartment kind of as it was
Yeah.
when she bounced.
Yeah. I mean, he's been living out of there a week, but like
He
he's
fixed the
probably not
door
been
or whatever,
sleeping.
and then-
yeah.
Oh,
Well, the
the
door
door was
wasn't
just
broken; it
unlocked.
was just unlocked.
So there was no forced
struggle.
entry.
Yeah.
Any questions or anything? Like,
I mean, maybe
yeah.
she.
Investigation time, guys. Go.
I think Sebastian would go actually look at the window and just kind of stand there for a while, trying to take in everything in to see if there's anything
Yeah, what's over
unusual
there?
he might pick up.
Okay.
Or
So outside the back window is kind of this empty lot with a liquor store kind of in it, and it's surrounded by mostly abandoned buildings. The buildings here in Sableside are a little bit smaller than the rest of the city. You guys are used to like a really condensed metropolitan area. Think like Manhattan. And Sableside is a little bit like, I think the tallest buildings around here would be like 10 stories tall, but most of the buildings would be somewhere between like 1 to 5 stories tall. But it's just as condensed But there are a couple really tall, empty buildings. Nothing really sticks out.
I think I solved it out of character. This is going to be like me, like doing the wheel, you know, like I'm just not going to pick any more letters. Sableside sounds like Sableye. And Will's been playing a lot of Pokemon. We need to go to the casino and find a suspicious poster.
Oh my god!
And flip the search
I swear to
bar.
God, no.
Okay, never
Also, I
mind.
don't like Sableye very much, so no, I wouldn't feature him in any games.
He does not deserve the spotlight. The cameo in my D&D campaign.
Okay, I want to inspect the toys on the floor. Can I like investigate them just to see if there's anything unique?
Mostly, yeah. Go ahead, give me an investigation check.
I mean, maybe she just sleptwalked out of here. But to where, I don't know.
1 plus.
You crit fail.
I crit fail.
Yeah.
You're just like toys. Great,
Fucking
stupid
toys.
human toys.
Filthy toys.
You know, I never
Reek of
understood.
happiness.
I never understood.
They reek of
dolls.
happiness. They reek of joy and childlike wonder.
All those thoughts that just don't say anything.
Okay.
Just- well, I tried.
Is there some place she likes to play, like outside the house? Like,
As a general rule, I don't really let Zoe leave. It's not safe out there. Sometimes
That
she has
makes
play dates
sense.
with some of the neighbors, but we haven't had one of those in a long time.
I was gonna say, like, you just leave her, you just lock her in the apartment. Like,
What do you
20
want me to do? I'm a single parent living in the slums.
but then you said that you have play dates.
Yeah, no, she's not a prisoner.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, son. At least go with her somewhere. Yeah. Then
And
he said yes.
sometimes we go down to the local park.
local park.
But again, it's been a long time. I've been busy at work.
Do you happen to have a picture you can let us borrow to hold on to? So
He nods and he goes rummaging around his room and pulls out a picture of a little halfling girl, probably about 6 or 7 in this picture.
Okay.
And she has got kind of long black hair, pulled it back in a ponytail, dressed in like a simple dress.
Probably like take turns all like looking at the
Yeah,
photo.
yeah.
She was acting weird for how long?
A week.
About a week before she disappeared.
Now, at the beginning of that week, do you remember meeting anybody suspicious or seeing anything strange or anything, any weird kind of experience?
Well, I mean, the disappearances were already happening.
Right. How long has that been going on for?
About 3 weeks now.
3 weeks. So,
And it's like nothing I've ever seen. There's probably hundreds of people gone missing in the last 3 weeks.
all right. All races, mostly adults.
No,
It's just
all age
everybody.
groups.
It's just a total
Anybody,
mixed bag.
everybody. I would say maybe mostly adults though.
Okay. Do you know anybody else this has happened to?
Yeah, we're going to talk to some of them today.
Oh, well, I mean, like personally. Is they like personal friend of these people?
No one here in the apartment area has had anyone disappear. No, I'm the only one. But I do know the Walker family pretty well.
All right. No, I'm doing it again. no other family, no other, maybe a coworker that has had this experience going on.
He's like, yeah, I knew some people at work who reported that people they know that have disappeared. It's been all over the local news here in Sableside. Everyone knows, like, don't go outside alone.
Buddy system. Okay, I think are you guys ready to talk to
Yeah, let's go.
You know, the Walker family or
homies?
whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go talk to the Walkers.
Yeah.
There's that liquor store. Maybe we can head there later.
Okay. So you guys want to go to the Walkers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can check the poster in the back for a switch on me.
So Vander starts taking you back the opposite direction and kind of more towards the center of Sableside.
Okay.
And you guys end up getting to an area that's like the slum of the slums. You basically end up in this huge shanty town with a bunch of like huts made out of like tin and whatever, like
Damn.
yeah, whatever
tin
materials
sheeting.
can be, yeah, tin sheeting and whatnot. And it's like this weird sprawling like maze of basically shanty homes. Some of them like 2 or 3 stories tall. Well, none of them looking very safe.
I've heard of this. The tin factory went out of business and they just left all their raws and doors unlocked just for the taking.
These people just built homes out of this.
Yeah, they call it Tin Town.
Tin Town. Yeah, okay, they call it Tin Town.
All right.
Everybody
Yeah,
has
this is Teen Town. It's like the
It's
slum
so
of the
crazy you
slums.
picked up on this like local.
No, yeah.
localism.
It
It's
was
like
a
talking
really
a lot
quick-
with Fred Love.
It was
so-
a really catchy name, and Fred was talking about it, and I
it's
just,
like,
you know,
oh, Tin
he
Town,
told
I
me
like that.
everybody was using an element of tin in their setup, and I just found that striking.
All right,
So
all right,
you
all right.
guys go through this maze, and he ends up taking you guys to this 2-story shanty made of scrap metal and brick and some concrete on its edge.
Oh, is it? Sorry to interrupt again. Is it the biggest shanty?
No, it's not the biggest shanty. It's one of the bigger ones. Though.
Can I see? Is it clear that there is the biggest shanty around? Like somebody's got like a 4-story
no,
shanty.
Not really.
No?
Not really. And like its vision here is difficult because it's like it's this maze. So
And
it's
it's
like
full of tin. All the light,
Yeah.
any light is reflecting weird. Okay.
so yeah, you guys in front of this 2-story shanty.
Okay.
And outside of the house, you guys actually see 5 human children, anywhere from ages 6 to 10, all playing with each other. And when they see you guys approaching, you tell they all get scared. And they all run inside the hut.
I just look at Sebastian like
Hi. Oh.
I shake my head.
Don't blame me. Okay, blame me.
Why
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah.
Sebastian, did you scare them?
Yeah, he is
probably.
fucking
Yeah.
terrified. This giant armored monstrosity coming
Just
into
a big
Tin
old
Town.
teddy bear in a big old suit of armor. It's okay.
This is the Walker house.
Yeah, and Vander walks up to the door and knocks on it. He's like, Miss Walker. And then you hear a voice, is that you, Van? Come in, come in. Seems to call from somewhere in the back of the hut. So he opens the door.
I guess we'll follow.
That's weird that he just like opened the door and then didn't do anything.
No, I mean, he opens the door and he goes in.
Oh,
Okay.
I follow him.
Okay, yeah, you guys go in. I mean, it's just, it's a mess inside. Obviously, 5 kids, small quarters, very poor family. But Vander takes you guys to the back, what like kind of passes for the kitchen area, and Miss Walker's back there, and she seems to be sewing like clothes, and she's got a huge pile of clothes on like one side of her, and another huge pile of clothes that look like work that she's finished on the other side of her. She's human, about middle aged, short, mousy brown hair, dressed in really like gray, rough cloth. It's kind of dirty, you know, obviously dirt poor. And she's wearing glasses, and yeah, she sees you guys come in. She goes, "Oh my, are you the investigators?"
I'll step up in front of Miss Walker. It is a pleasure to meet you, and I'll put my hand out.
She blushes and she lets you take her
My
hand.
name's Carter. Carter Huttenberg.
Wonderful to meet you,
Private
Carter.
Eye.
Thank you for coming.
I'm here because I've heard there have been some disappearances, unfortunately.
Yes, Thomas went missing 3 weeks ago.
Such a poor. I'm so sorry. It must be so difficult for you. My condolences, madam. Any information you can provide us about the time he went missing? Where, perhaps his location? Did he go missing from here?
We were upstairs in the bedroom. It was really late at night. We heard a ruckus from the garden in the back. So Thomas grabbed his pistol and he went out to check out what was going on. He thought it was going to be some of the hoodlums that come messing around our garden sometimes. You know, he likes to grow food for the neighborhood, you know. And so he went out there and it was silent for a while, and then I heard him yell, and then about 5 minutes of more silence went by before I gathered up the bravery to go investigate.
You poor thing, you must have been petrified.
I was. But when I went out there, Thomas was gone and his pistol was lying on the ground. But the garden was completely destroyed, just ravaged.
Big clods of dirt, all the tomatoes and
Yeah, all the
whatnot.
vegetables scattered about. Only thing that survived was one of his flowers. That's it.
Was he fond of his flowers?
I didn't even know he grew flowers, but I guess our anniversary was coming up. Maybe he was going to surprise me.
Oh, is it still on its way? Your anniversary?
Yeah, it's still coming.
Hopefully, we can get him back here in time.
Yeah, I was like,
I
where's
hope
this
so.
going? I was like, where's this going?
I
'Cause
hope
it's
so.
probably not good.
Did you guys want to investigate the garden area?
Yeah, if I could, please.
Absolutely.
She goes, it's around the back in the alleyway. Vander, can you take him? No problem, Miss Walker. I'll take him.
Yeah. Thank you very much, miss.
She goes, thank you.
I want to go over like Carter's shoulders, because I imagine I'm
you're
way taller than
Oh,
him.
yeah.
I just be like, "Hi, I'm Percy. I'm sorry for you."
Nice to meet you, Percy.
Husband.
My God, you're big.
Yeah.
And I've ducked out and just like turned around and I've gone.
I'm real sorry. Yeah, I'm a singer, I guess. That's what they call me out here. And yeah, we're gonna go look at your garden. Those flowers sounded
Thank you.
beautiful.
I thought you were going to say delicious.
I mean, yes. Also, I could maybe. I mean,
funny.
if you're not gonna use those tomatoes, maybe I will.
So she thanks you, and I take it you guys go around the alleyway.
I'm in the garden.
So you guys get to the garden way in the alleyway, and it's just like a lot that was basically carved out of this alleyway. It's got like some like just like string and post, kind of like what's the word? Posting it off, whatever, gating it off. There we go,
sure.
gating it off. And you just step over it.
Like a shitty fence.
Shitty fence. And it looks like a garden that's basically been ravaged by a giant monster. Like just huge
Like
chunks
claw
sticking out
marks,
of the
like that
earth,
sort of
everything
thing?
killed. But there's one plant life still alive, and there's this basically a single orange-red flower still growing in the soil. Its blossom is in the shape of a star, and its stalk is like thick and dark green. It's very sturdy looking.
I'll say, Percy, darling.
Oh, I'm already there.
Yeah.
You don't even got to say anything. Like the second I saw it, I was
Okay.
probably like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God," and then
Okay.
probably
Girly-
talking to it.
Yeah,
like,
girly, you
"Oh
read my mind."
This is.
Oh, you can talk to plants. I forgot
I
about
can't.
that.
I'm like, "Oh my God, precious baby, you're so beautiful. Like, what happened? How are you? Okay? Like, can you tell me what happened here?" And I just want to be talking to it.
Okay. All right. So how does this feature work? And
It's
then we'll go
just
from there.
I get a gist of their like they
gist?
can't talk to me, but it's like I get a general feeling from it basically.
So is it just an emotion? Do you get images or do you get words of any kind?
I don't think I get words.
No
I think that would
words.
be too.
We're gonna get-
just a
Okay.
gist.
It's
I'm
like how
pretty sure.
dogs talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I just get a
You-
It's
feel
like
for
body
it.
language.
Yeah.
But in your bones.
Give me an insight check really quickly.
It's evil. Kill it.
It's the worst flower ever. Insight? Ooh, that's super good.
It's a 2.
It's a 6.
Okay.
You have a good insight.
Oh, you have 6. It's 6
plus
total,
4.
so that's pretty
Yeah,
bad.
6 total,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So you get an empathic feeling of fear and uncertainty the second you start talking to this thing.
It's like no one's ever talked to
Yeah, basically, it's like whoa. And what did you ask it?
If it was okay, what did it witness? How did it live?
You get a sense of healthiness from this flower, as if it's actually kind of
it's
thriving here alone in the soil.
I'm strong as fuck.
If you ask it how it lived, it just gives a sense of. I'm trying to do this with just emotions,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
very difficult. You get a sense of smugness about the flower.
Oh, this flower's kind of an asshole. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
So it's like
This flower's a dick.
It's
Yeah,
like
this
kind of
flower
it's
is
being
super dick.
standoffish and like
And kind of prideful that it's
like
the only thing that
confident, like
survived.
overconfident.
Prideful that it survived.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I'm a badass. I'm a badass. You're like, you're just a flower. I'm just
Get
like,
off your high horse, you
Yeah.
fucking flower.
I take out a very small plastic baggie and a tiny like little shovel, and I hand them to Sebastian. I say, "Would you mind collecting some samples of dirt for me while I inspect the surrounding areas?"
Sure. No
Okay,
problem.
cool.
Thank you very
Sebastian,
much.
do you dig up dirt? Put it
Sure.
in a bag?
He's like,
All right.
whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's like, I'm gonna take this back to the lab.
They're
bro.
both very small, and he's just like very big.
You
So-
seem like in the corner, like very small. Like,
You can get into these little baggies.
don't you have a bigger shovel? Or
I'm sorry. I thought compact would be the way to go, and I'm investigating the lot. Just
Okay,
like
yeah,
go
of
ahead.
course.
Give me an investigation check.
Same. Can I do like a nature or
Give
like
me a biology
survival?
check if you want.
Ooh, what's that? Is it wisdom?
It's intelligence based.
It's intelligence.
Yeah.
Percy, what's this thing saying?
Well, you can also give me a nature check after this because they're going to be kind of different things.
11.
11.
Shit.
Yeah, something big. It could be. It was big.
I am going to move from the. If I can't get a lot about the garden area in terms of like, yeah, it was big, like a big claw, probably like claw style, like big enough to dig.
It looks like it could have been, but it's so ravaged. I mean, it could have been a really huge dude in armor because some of those armors get really heavy duty and can tear up like soft soil and whatnot.
I'm kind of thinking like a big werewolf size would.
Yeah,
like,
I think
okay.
a werewolf size is, or even ogre size, somewhere in that category.
Sure.
Something big.
I moved to like the surrounding areas to look for tracks to look for like claw marks or scuff or something that would indicate a direction this thing came in.
Okay.
And maybe something more.
Give me an investigation check to find tracks because this happened 3 weeks ago.
14.
14's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
You don't really see tracks in the alleyway per se, but it looks like based off of like the garden itself and how it was tore up, it seems like it may have torn up and to the right and down the alleyway that way.
Okay. Like it hit a wall or something.
No, like it's just like if you look at like the curvature of how the soil's been tossed aside, it looks like the big thing probably went that way.
Okay. Towards the liquor store.
No, the liquor store is very far from where you
Down
guys are
into
now.
the basement. No.
Okay, I mean, I'm trying to think of actually where the liquor store is. No, that liquor store is actually in the opposite direction.
Okay. Is there a poster in the liquor store?
You haven't been to the liquor store, goddammit. Go to the liquor store, we'll talk.
I got a 8
Percy.
for biology.
Okay,
And an 11 for nature.
Okay, so not great.
Not
either
good
way.
at all. Yeah.
You definitely think that this thing is not a person in armor, but an animal based off of your nature and biology together. So you think it's an animal, and you're both pretty sure it's really big. Carter, you think it went that way-ish.
Yeah. I'll be like, look at the way. I'll walk back. You could stop that now, Sebastian.
Enough?
Yeah, that's a plenty,
Okay.
sir. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll pocket the dirt. I'll be like, this will be incredibly handy later. Now, if you look, it looks like the dirt was thrown this way as if the creature made his escape out here.
We should
Not
follow
that
that
way?
direction. It is a creature. I know that much.
I said I shouldn't have said that. I should have waited
You
for
did.
you.
You did, but it's all right. It's a creature.
So it was, what
Confirm.
do you think? Some like a big
Just a real big.
maybe a lycanthrope?
Would I make that
Kind of want it to be a
connection?
werewolf
You're
now.
not sure.
I don't think it's a werewolf.
I don't know. It was 3 weeks ago. I don't know, man.
Percy, what did the plant say to you?
It was a bit of a dick. I don't know. It was just real smug that it survived. I mean, it's a pretty flower. Don't get me wrong. It should feel that way, but then
Well, should we put it in a pot and take it with us as an eyewitness?
As an eyewitness, that's
I could-
hilarious.
I could keep this
Maybe get some
asshole
feedings.
flower.
Yeah.
Sure.
Tell me why we're in like kind of the same place right now.
The second you start talking about pulling the flower up, you get a sense of like fear and anger. Like, don't you fucking touch me from this flower. Like, Jesus, I live here.
I'll just kind of look over and be like, "Oh, it didn't like that. It didn't like that at all." I
You
mean,
think it'd help?
It hasn't been responsive yet. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Is the power you have to speak with plants just exclusively for you, or can you make other people do it?
It's just for me. It's just a Furbolg thing.
Then I can't break the game right now.
I don't know.
I got a
maybe we
tiny
should
shovel.
keep this. That was like that was Thomas's like anniversary gift to his wife. Like I also kind of feel bad about like, hey, I'm gonna take this like your possibly dead husband like planted it for you, but I want to keep it. Like no, I don't know. I don't think that.
want to take a moment here to remind you guys that basically you guys have smartphones. I just want you guys to remember that, like, so we could do things like take pictures, so you can call people that you know, stuff like that.
I'll definitely
Just
take a
remember
picture
that
of
while
it.
you guys are going through this whole investigation.
Then this whole approach is like I've been snapping photos of all the stuff.
Sure.
Same.
Yeah. You
Like
have,
the
you have
animal
photos.
tracks,
You got photos of all the stuff that you guys want.
I got a real good Instagram picture of
Yeah.
that.
So like I
that
figured you got the
single
liquor
fig
store, the
flower.
apartment.
Percy's
the
taking
little
selfies of
girl.
us in the lot, like while I'm investigating, he's digging up a little dirt.
Yeah. You got pictures of the dirt. You got pictures of the
Just with the
flower.
flower,
You
just-
Do
got
we
pictures
have a
of-
way to send the pictures to have somebody maybe research them in real time?
Yeah, you can text people. Like you guys have smartphones.
Sick.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
I'll
so
be sending this to the ship.
yeah,
Definitely.
would you
Okay.
mind?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, what are you
See what kind
sending?
of flower it is.
I think
The
you should send the
flowers,
flowers.
the
You
tracks.
send, who do you send it to? To the ship or to Yuma or to who?
Who's gonna help us?
I mean, anybody that you know, you could ask for help from.
I would send it to Victoria to see. Well,
Okay.
who is like the most science?
Why
Based
is
person.
science based? Yuma is she just knows a lot about biology. And
So I'd send
nature.
it to both of them.
Okay, Y and Yuma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Separate emails, separate
You
email
meant?
chains.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Okay.
be like
Maybe
they're in
I'll
the same
BCC
group
them
chat.
in the
Let me
same
get
one,
the
yeah.
text message. What are you
Yeah.
texting them? Like
Hey guys, we saw this flower. We also see some sort of possible animal interference at this scene. Do either of these look familiar? Also, this flower's a bit of a dick.
Okay. So Watt texts back, yeah, I'll look into it. And Yuma's like, oh, that's beautiful. Where is that? She texts back, where'd you find that?
I don't know why I wouldn't tell her. I'll just text the address, like send her like a pin, like my location. Yeah.
So she knows it's in the slum.
Yeah.
She just texts us, oh, good for them.
Yeah.
And
Does-
then
that
she
doesn't look
goes,
familiar?
I'll look into it.
Okay.
I don't recognize it, is what
Okay.
she texts.
Thank you.
You guys,
Thank you, bye.
You guys hear Primina sneeze? Oh, you guys hear Primina behind you sneeze really violently? And she seemed to be leaned over the flower and she goes, oh, God, it smells horrible.
I'm gonna go smell.
Did
that
it smell
shit.
horrible to me while I was there?
It did not smell horrible to you.
Primna, what are you talking about? That smelled amazing.
That smells revolting.
I want to smell it.
Go ahead, smell it.
I
You
do.
smell it? It smells good. It smells like a flower. It smells really sweet.
Sweet baby. I'll look over.
God damn,
I'll
that's a good
look over at Primina. Like, let's talk more about that. Hmm?
Yeah, are you allergic to flowers like pollen? You need like an Allegra?
I'm going to be honest. This is the first flower I've ever seen in my life. So maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's true. What a life. She's going to have so many bad times out here. Need a Claritin Clear.
Never taken allergy
Yeah,
meds.
I don't know if that smells good to you guys. Great, but that smelled shockingly horrible.
That seems...
Was the smell familiar to you at all?
No, it just smelled rancid.
rancid.
Sebastian's going to poke it with his axe. He's not going to try to cut it. He's just going to poke it because he's curious.
Nothing happens.
It didn't like poof Primina with like
No.
She just thinks it smells
spores.
bad.
Yeah, she just thinks it smells
All
bad.
right.
Vander looks around. And
I'll
like,
make a note and be like, all right, let's go follow these tracks.
Yeah,
if
how's
we
it smell?
can.
How does
So
it smell to
wh-
the halfling? Halfling.
Smells fine to me. Name's Vanda.
No, I know.
So what are we doing, guys? Are we following these tracks, or did you want me to introduce you to the Blood Claw gang?
I thought we would spend the rest of the episode around the flower. No.
I would love to speak about the flower more, but
I think maybe we should check in with the blood claws.
How
see
many
what they
petals?
say, and then follow the tracks. If we have to.
Okay. Blood closet is. I do think we should note where the claws are going and perhaps pursue that later, but we should get more data.
I'll make some notes.
Indeed.
I'll make some notes on the pictures if I can. If there's like a sticky note option
totally
on my thing,
is.
I'll just be
Yeah,
like, oh,
sure.
you know, like check here.
It's like a
Directions went this way.
Samsung style pencil, but without
Yeah,
the bad
yeah.
Samsung software.
I'm just going.
So you guys move out of these twisting alleyways and out into more wider streets. And you notice a couple things while you guys are on your way to the Blood Claw clan. Right when you come out of the alley, you see a gang of like 4 Dread Stars. Now these guys look pretty distinct. They're all in like 3-piece suits, like tie, jacket, all black, and their pocket has like a red pentagram on it. And they are all armed with like a katana and a pistol. And these guys are walking down the street and they look like they're trying to look menacing. I mean, they do look menacing, obviously not to you guys, but they look like a gang and they're strutting down the street and they just don't look pleasant. And they see you guys, they glare for a bit, but they keep walking.
Oh, look at these guys.
Riff raff.
I thought you wanted to join them.
Hooligans.
I loosely.
He just wants the connection.
I don't
Yeah.
like the way they just looking at me. All right.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Absolutely. But yeah, Fred Lowe.
Sebastian will stare him down as he's walking. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming he doesn't like them.
Yeah, they'll just mad dog you back, but they
yeah,
seem
I'm doing what he's doing.
they seem like
I'm just
they're
looking.
they're projecting, like they're trying to look tough, but they look like they're looking for something, and then they wander off.
In which direction?
They wander off left.
the way we came. Or
So I'm trying to think here. So that would be, I guess if you were looking at the city on a map, it would be west. We'll just say it's west.
In the opposite direction of where we're going, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of towards West Aileron neighborhood, which is kind of far from where you guys are, but
Hey Carter, what'd you get of that? That was kind of odd, huh?
Indeed.
you do.
Tell me that.
You do have a contact that you can call and ask questions about. I'm just saying.
Yes, I will. We'll get there.
Okay.
Persephone.
yeah, Carter.
Tail him.
What? What?
Tail him.
I'm a little
We'll go meet with the Blood Claws. You tail them and let us know what's going on. Keep your locator on. Don't get too close. See where they're going, what they're looking for. If they find anything, we will rendezvous with you at a good location after we meet up.
You do have a map. You do have a map.
Yeah, I'm sure we can drop pins to each other all the time. Go find out what they're up to. Sebastian and I will continue on to meet the Blood Claws, and we'll rendezvous back at an agreed location when time's right. Don't do anything dangerous. And I just continue to walk.
What do you do, Percy? Do you
I'll
listen?
just look at Sebastian and be like, what?
Just going like,
We're going to split the party?
You can wild shape into your tiny chicken now.
It's true.
Guess I can, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, I forgot about that.
And you just saw a rat, so now you can do that too.
Did he see a rat?
No.
Okay. Because I'm like, they don't
Wait a
exist in
minute.
this
I
city.
thought just maybe you jump on board.
Yeah.
Are there
No,
rat
they specifically
equivalents?
don't exist in this city.
I'll just
They
look
don't
at
fucks with no
Sebastian and be
bubonic
like,
plague.
I guess I'll text if something goes wrong.
Bye, Percy.
Bye. And yeah, I
All
guess
right. Are you going to turn
Stay
into
out
the
of
chicken
sight,
and tail
Percy.
him?
I'll tell them if I can slip into into like some sort of alleyway
Yeah, there's alleyways all over the place.
and inconspicuously
you do your best as a rat chicken.
lizard chicken myself,
Oh, yeah, lizard chicken,
rat
that.
chicken,
Lizard
whatever the
chicken,
hell
rat.
it is.
Yeah.
And start bugocking my way. my way. Following
it's a
them.
space duck.
Yeah.
Okay, we will follow you in a little bit. You guys are going to continue towards Blood Clock Land, right? Okay, so you guys are making your way through the city, and you notice as when you turn onto a street that there's a huge crowd of people down the street that you guys just turned on, and they seem to be forming a weird line at like this food cart.
Oh.
Yeah.
All the food vendors got kidnapped. There's only one.
And yeah, it's just like you guys have seen food stalls, but like you've never seen food stalls that get crowded like this. And it's just this weird bustling section in the middle of the slums, and everyone's in line to get at this food cart. And yeah,
What do you make of that?
you guys
Sebastian?
approach.
I think we should go ask, see what they're serving. Go ask some people. What's so special?
You mind if I follow your lead on this one?
Let's do this.
All right.
Okay, so what do you guys do? Do you guys get in line?
Yeah,
guys-
Sebastian's going to get in line. He's going to
Okay.
try to strike up a conversation with the person in front of him. Hey, so something smells good. What exactly are they serving over here?
The guy in front of you is like this rotund human male, probably maybe in his late 40s, early 50s. And he turns at you and he actually looks really mad, not at you, just mad in general. He goes, I don't know what this guy put in his ice cream, but it ain't natural and it's running me out of business. And he points over across the street and he's got a stall and it looks like an ice cream stall and just no one's there. Obviously he's not there, but like it's just a completely desolate stall across the street and no one's going to, and this other stall everyone's going to. So I'm about to find out what's going on here.
Oh, that's interesting.
How long is the line? Like, how long does it take for
At least an hour.
for one person to get their
To
ice
get
cream?
there, it's a long line. If you guys just got into
An
it,
hour per person?
No, an hour for you guys to get to the line,
To the front.
Yeah.
Okay. Ice cream.
I see that the wheels churning, man. What are you going to say?
Are we going to get sidetracked again? I'm trying not to okay.
Vanda's like, we could take a lunch break. I mean, the blood claws ain't going nowhere.
Man,
I don't know why I gave him a slightly Bostonian accent. So I gotta get back into.
I mean, fucking, he doesn't know. I want to go. Is there a section of the food stall adjacent to the people in line that is empty where I could possibly get the attention of the proprietor?
Okay, so at the food stall, the line kind of coalesces into a giant crowd that's kind of all around it. You could theoretically come up behind and like tap this vendor on the shoulder, but that's not that's a very rude thing to do, but it's something that can be done.
Is there a clear way for me to get to the front of the cart without indicating that I'm trying to get product? Like I'm just here to ask a question. I'll go up to.
You can try.
Yes, I'm going to try. I go up to the crowd and I
As
try.
you- as
I
you
try
walk
to
away,
worm
you just-
my way through to get up front.
So as you leave, you just hear Primina talking to you too. She's like, "I've never had ice cream. This is exciting." But yeah, so you want to make your way up to the crowd and try and wade your way through.
Yeah,
That's not going to be easy. Nicely. What do you say? Do you say like, "Excuse me"?
excuse me. I just have a question for the proprietor. I'm not trying to get any ice cream. Please excuse over and over
check.
again.
Persuasion check as a general rule.
Okay.
If you got a spell, feel free.
I'm going to cast Friends for the duration on self.
Okay.
For the duration, I have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of my choice that isn't hostile toward me. When the spell ends, the creature realizes that you use magic to influence its mood, becomes hostile towards you. I want to.
How long does it last?
Not very long, up to a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to try to get my way through the crowd without having to use this until I get to, and maybe I get impeded.
Okay, give me a charisma check,
All right.
or persuasion, or whatever.
Here's my first one. 8 plus 7.
It's pretty good.
15.
Yeah. People start letting you pass. No problem.
Thank you. Much
Like,
appreciated.
you get some glares, but like you're making it clear that you're not cutting line, and you just want to ask a question. So like now, if you were to get to the front of the line and not ask a question, then we're gonna be in trouble here.
Can I see a menu on my way up to kind of get a lay of the land?
Yeah, it's actually a really basic menu. It's just vanilla, strawberry, chocolate.
Okay.
And you get to the vendor line, and it's just a human dude, and he's just scooping them up as quick as he can, just handing them off to people. People are giving him money.
People look stoked about it.
Yeah, people look stoked, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is so good! The best ice cream I've ever had!" Like you keep hearing stuff like that. I'm like, I keep coming back for seconds. But nothing about the stall looks particularly like out of place, except for one thing. There is a potted flower on the stall, and it's the same flower you guys saw in the garden.
Take a photo of it.
Sure, yeah.
Lots of pictures
And
right here.
he's just serving away. But now you're at the front. Are you gonna ask something?
How much is it?
It's just
like standard
say
price?
It's like 3 credits for,
Sure,
for
okay.
a single scoop, 5 for a double, 6 for a triple.
I'll start asking questions of the people around me. How long have you been coming here? When did something change?
Are you going to start interrogating people like that let you cut up front? Give me another charisma saved before they start being like, dude, get out of the way.
Okay. This is 13 plus 7, so 20.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So what do you
I'm sorry,
ask?
you said charisma save?
Yeah, charisma roll.
Oh, yeah, 20.
Yeah, okay, cool. What do you ask exactly?
I'm asking how long they've been coming here. Has something recently changed? And, why do you wait here?
The general gist you're getting is like the people have been coming here for like the last week, and no one seems to be able to remember coming here before that. It was just like most people here just heard the word that there was like this really delicious ice cream down here on like Brodilla Street or whatever, and they came and it was delicious, and now it's so popular that there was a line around the corner. That's the story you're getting from the crowd. But the vendor's like, "Hey man, are you gonna buy something, or you're kind of like heckling my customers?"
Oh, I just want to know your name, sir.
Fuck, I didn't name this guy. 1 second.
John Cena.
But no, I'm not naming him.
John Cena.
His name is,
Kyle Reese.
I'm not naming him any of those things.
He wants me to go
The
with
name-
him if I want to
He
live.
goes, "My name's Bray. I'm trying to run a business here, man.
Oh, Bray. Bray, who do you work for?
I work for myself. I'm self-employed."
You be making this ice cream, boy?
Yeah, I've been making this ice cream.
God damn, you be selling out a lot of ice cream, it looks like.
I know. He goes, "Ever since I got this good luck charm."
How long you been?
And he points at the flower. He
how
goes,
long-
"Ever since I got this, baby, people have been coming to my cart like crazy."
Where'd you get that?
A little girl gave it to me.
A little girl. Was she
Yeah.
a halfling?
Yeah, a little halfling girl. Yeah.
Did she tell you her name?
No, she handed it off to me. Said, "Here you go, sir." And I was like, "Oh, a flower." When I looked up from the flower, she was gone. She ran that way. He points down the road.
Can I have some ice cream?
Are you pay for it? And people are like, "Hey,
Absolutely.
man, he cut.
I'm
in
gonna pay
line."
for it.
And he's like, "Did you really cut in line?"
No.
He's, "All right, whatever. You want a double? You want a triple? What do you want?"
What do most people get?
People get the triple.
I get the triple.
All right, 6 credits.
6 credits. Here you go.
Yeah, triple what? Triple vanilla, triple chocolate.
Oh, one of each, my man.
One of each. One of each. All right. And
Neapolitan
he's like
me up.
chewing you off because he can tell the customers are getting upset.
Yeah, and I bail around like the back and grab my cone and like dip.
Okay, cool.
And I'm
And from the distance, I'm just kind of watching. Like, what
So
the hell?
are you leaving these 3 in line?
Yeah.
You leaving?
no, I go grab them because they're probably still like not even like 5 minutes has passed.
Yeah,
since-
5 minutes have passed. So like, there's like 10 people behind them now.
Yeah, no, I just grab them like let's go, let's get out of here,
And I'm a chicken.
But Prima's like, "But I want an ice cream."
and we will get you some at that chubby man's place.
Chubby man's place.
The guy in front of
us.
Freeland.
Oh, he's like, "Look, man, I'm about to get to the bottom of this mystery, so I'm not open for business right now."
No, but you will be, and that's when we'll be on. Come on, everybody,
Yeah,
we'll
I'll be
get
back
ice
in
cream
an
later.
hour. I'll
I
be back
promise
in an
you. And I
hour.
start getting out my little baggies, and I put like samples of each ice cream in there.
Okay, Primna sighs and stalks off upset.
Don't worry, Primina. We'll get you some.
And then I go to the person at the back of the line. And it's like, I will sell you this ice cream for 7 credits. I just got it from up front.
Yeah, they'll take the deal.
Hell yeah.
You're not going to taste it, or I guess you can't.
I got samples of
If
it.
you taste it, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, you sell it off. You make some kid's
It's
day.
fucked up. You don't even give it to Primina. Like, you're
Yeah,
like, "Here,
Primina's just
stranger."
I don't want her eating this fucking ice cream. I don't know what this shit is. I think
Fair
this
enough.
shit is fucking.
That is
Yeah.
a fair
By-
assumption.
by-
I will
all
bait you
means.
some safe ice cream.
So Vander,
As I say, as I hand this shit.
so Vander,
It's weird that this person is buying rando ice cream.
well, because like you can
He's
see that
there.
you got it from up
Super
front. He
wanted.
doesn't want to wait an hour, so
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
"Fuck, I'll pay an extra credit for it now." Vander's like, "Okay, so this seemed like a waste of time. Are we ready to go to the Blood Claws?"
Profit is not a waste of time, my man. And
Credit.
I have some things to talk to you about, but let's go to the blood claws first.
Okay,
Muck, muck, muck,
Percy,
muck, muck, muck.
you start following these 4 gang members armed to the teeth. No, there was 4.
Shit.
You've sent me into some danger, my friend.
Give me a stealth check.
What is the lizard
It's
chickens?
pretty stealthy.
It's what-
We're gonna give it a +5 stealth
Ooh.
total. Yeah.
So you're balking really
Let's
quiet,
go.
hopefully.
Yes. That's a 17. Yeah.
Okay.
So 22.
So you're gonna be able to follow them without too much issue. How long are you willing to follow them before, like, let's say they go 3 hours without finding a location? Are you willing to, without stopping, are you willing to keep following them? What's your limit? I need to know that.
He's only got enough time for me to call him when we're done with the blood claws.
So I can be in wild
Okay.
shape for 2 hours, or I think 4 hours.
Now
It's
we're-
as long as my level.
So here's the
is.
interesting question: when you wild shape, all your belongings disappear. Meaning, if he calls you,
goes into my body.
yeah. Okay, cool. We're gonna go that way.
Oh
Because
no!
you're calling him. You said you were gonna.
I was
so
gonna, yeah.
When you
I
get
was
to the
gonna-
blood claws,
I was gonna drop him a pin, like
I'm
we're
not
gonna
gonna
meet
like
here,
vibrate or
and
anything.
then we were gonna go wait to meet him. I wasn't gonna like. I was gonna drop a pin, and when he was ready to come back, he would come back to tell us what he saw.
Okay. So,
So
what
it's
do you mean,
really
like a
up to-
pin? What do you mean by that? Like,
You don't have an iPhone, huh?
no, I don't.
You can drop pins to people on maps,
Uh-huh.
and they
it
are like,
shows up
"Oh,
on there.
look,
Is it
the
like in a
location."
text message or a notification
Yeah,
of some
and
sort?
you press it, and it opens up your maps application.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're going to fast forward you guys to the Blood Claw clan. We're going to say you guys got there.
Yeah.
But now we're going back in time and we're starting at the beginning of your journey, Percy. You rolled a great stealth. You're following them.
Yes.
It's probably going to take a total of 30 minutes for you to get the ping.
Okay.
Okay.
I would just walk until I.
So you're
basically.
you're
yeah.
following them, and they seem to be stalking down the street. And like at each intersection, they'll stop, they'll stop, and then they just kind of like look around and they act like they're just kind of loitering about, but they seem to be intently looking for something. And then they'll like pick a direction, and then they'll stalk that way,
Okay.
and then they'll do it again. And basically, they kind of do this for the next 30 minutes, and they seem to be from the pattern that they're following. Like they literally seem to be trying to scour the city looking for something.
Okay.
But at 30 minutes, what does your ringtone sound like? Your notification tone. What does it sound like? Because that's gonna like sound from inside your body, and they're all looking to see a chicken, a lizard chicken,
vibrating.
Yeah, just vibrating with the notification sound.
You know that alarm that sounds like you're in the forest, like it's a bunch of like birds.
Oh,
tweeting
yeah,
and,
yeah.
like, super ambient. Like
Yeah.
I want it to be
Okay,
that.
so yeah,
As
so
close to
you're like
nature as
you're
I can get,
spiraling
yeah.
slowly from your stomach and up your throat, just like the sound of rainforest rain and bird chirps. And they're like, "What the hell's that?" And they look and they just see this lizard chicken standing there staring at them.
I want it
with
to be like as well, and then just buck like into the like beeline into the alleyway as fast as I
okay, yeah, you just hear them like, "What the fuck was that?" I don't know, man. The slums are fucking weird.
This is the best day of my life.
Oh, that's too fucking funny. So yeah, you see that, you get away. We're just gonna say you get away. You get the
It
location.
was all worth it just for that.
Oh man, do you guys wait for Percy before you approach the Blood Claw Den, or are you just gonna go for it?
I think we just go for it. Think.
Am I
no,
catching
we're
up
just-
with them, or am I still like in this? Like,
You'll
are we
be
meeting
ca-
up at this point?
You're gonna meet
basically?
them at that
Okay,
point.
yeah.
Also, you said you were gonna call Fred Lowe. Are you still gonna do that?
Yes, probably after
Okay,
stuff.
okay,
Why was I going to call Fred?
because the Dread Stars were in
Dread
town.
Stars are out and
Oh
about,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'll call him after. I don't
doing shit.
probably
Okay.
like as I meet up with her.
So you guys wait for Percy.
Percy has no idea where we are.
You pinned her. She
I
pinned her.
pinned her a location we're going to meet at later
Oh,
after this.
You're not going to have her meet you guys at the blood claws?
No, I don't see the need.
Okay.
That wasn't my original plan.
Okay, so where are you going to meet her?
Probably like in a park near the Blood Claw's house or something.
Okay,
Like
sure.
somewhere-
All right. So you got pinged. So now let's jump over to you because I misunderstood. I thought you were going to get to the blood claws, ping her, and then wait for her to show up.
Like pretty much when I change back to view my stuff and everything like that.
Yeah, I'll ping the Blood Claws location in case that she's done,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll ping after we're done with the Blood Claws where we would want to meet her. So if she has that
Okay.
ping, she can. If
Gotcha.
you want her in the scene, it makes sense for me.
Because these people aren't going back to the Blood Claw.
No, they're wandering around the city.
Because those are the Dread Stars. They're
How about
out
for
and about.
convenience sake, like you text me like I'm on my way,
Yeah.
and
Okay, there we go.
Sure.
Okay, so
And
she's
like,
gonna
I'll
come.
follow them
as
You
far
guys
as
wait.
I could.
All right,
yeah.
cool. You guys wait.
Yeah.
Do you do anything while waiting? It's going to take her about 15 minutes.
Carter pulls out a hacky sack.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Everybody game?
I don't. What game for what?
Sure.
I start kicking it around.
Okay, Primina gives it a kick.
The point is to never let it touch
Please,
the ground.
super
She rolls 12, so she kicks it back.
Sweet. Yeah, I kick it to Sebastian, and I start to tell what's his name,
Vander. Yeah.
Vander. Vander, I had some a nice interaction with the proprietor of that ice cream shop that I'm now ready to talk to you about as we have now some downtime to wait. If you'd like to listen,
Yeah, go ahead.
he had a little flower on his podium, identical to the one we saw in the yard of the Walker's house. Strike
Okay.
you as interesting?
Yeah, I guess so.
Said a little halfling girl gave it to him, about age
What?
8. What indeed?
What does she look like?
Did not get that.
Why are you
info.
telling me this now? Not when we were over there, so I could talk to the guy.
We got to talk to these guys. We can go back.
He's very frustrated, and he's so frustrated he's just like bugger off. And he goes to the okay. So you guys are outside the Blood Claw Den. I forgot to describe this. It's this big empty lot with a big lump of rock dirt in the center with a door on it. And so he stalks towards the lump and just starts pounding on the door. And he's very angry with Carter right now.
Ah, damn it. I probably like kicked him the hacky sack and he walked away and it fell. I'm like, shit.
No, it's
Primitive
dirty.
just shakes her head.
I mean, I can't make assumptions that it's his little girl. I forgot to ask what she looked like. God damn.
So he's knocking on the door for a while and no one's answering.
I'll walk around the back. Like
It's literally like a
big empty
10
lot.
by 10 foot lump with no features besides the door in this big empty lot. And so you hear Vander's like, freaking kobolds, they don't need a wrench and a palm, they just dig right into the asteroid. This is weird though. There's like 30 of them and someone's always home.
let's just go in, see if it's open.
It's a big metal door.
Let's break it in.
With a lock?
He tries to open it up and it's locked.
Does he know how to pick? Do you know how to pick locks?
New.
Do I know how to pick locks?
I mean, we could rip it off. Well, that's good. It's a big one. By we, I mean you. He points at you.
I'll look at Sebastian. Like, you want to give it a shot?
Of course, I love this shit.
Okay.
This is what I live for.
Yeah, give me a strength check
Cracks
to
his
rip off the
neck,
door.
cracks his
Yeah.
knuckles. Like, ah. 15.
Yeah, that's enough. You rip the hinges right out of the stone. It wasn't like super secure, and the door just falls right off. Right as this happens, Percy, you show up, and you're
Yeah,
like,
I'm
"What the
like-
fuck?"
Guys, I just got here. We're ripping doors out of the wall. Like, what the hell? What are we doing?
I just knocked and it fell down.
We need it in case there's going to be lasers.
Sebastian, I saw you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shit off its
Primina
hinges.
looks at you, Percy. She goes, "I don't understand any of the decisions we made today."
I leave for like an hour, and you guys are just what? What are you doing?
Did you find anything out about
Percy,
the...
Percy, it's okay. Someone's always home usually, but no one was home, so we figured something bad might have happened to him.
I mean, that's fair, but damn.
It's all right.
I mean, I guess.
I thought you only cared about living things. This door is clearly dead. Someone killed it long ago.
So Vander peeks his
roll my eyes at her
head
to-
into the
and be
mound,
like,
and he
nah,
seems to
dog.
be looking down. He's like, "Hello, is anyone in here?"
This is gonna be hard for me to get into.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh shit.
I cast dancing lights.
Okay.
It's dark, right? You said it was dark?
Yeah, it is dark in there. I guess so.
Dancing lights.
lights.
Yeah.
Now it's not.
Okay. Vander's like, I don't hear see anything down there.
Well, now you can because there's light.
Well, yeah, I see the stairway going down into the den, but
You're a halfling. You have dark vision.
yeah, I could see anyway. So yeah.
I could like stay out
going in?
here and stand guard, I guess.
I think we should
You
all
guys
go.
can let me know.
Should all go in there.
Will I fit in there?
It's gonna be tight squeeze for you.
I think Carter. It's
Have
gonna
any of
be
you guys
and
actually
Vander.
looked inside?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you guys are looking
Yeah.
inside. You guys didn't never said that you were.
Oh, I just randomly cast dancing lights.
So you look inside and you can see that there's stairs, like makeshift stone stairs going deep down into the earth. And it seems to be some sort of like tunnel network. And it's made for small kobolds, so it's a tight squeeze for everybody. But
I mean, I
One-
can turn into a lizard chicken again. Just to keep you guys company. I don't know. That was pretty rad.
I'm going down there.
okay, Vander's right behind you. Hey,
Okay.
what about you two?
I guess I'll stay outside because that's gonna suck.
Yeah.
My dancing lights combine to make a humanoid form that imitates my movement, but the maximum amount of feet in front of me.
I don't know if that's something you can do. Can you do
It
that?
is. It is
Okay.
something I can do.
Cool.
It looks just like a vague, like it's 120 feet forward, and it's vague humanoid for 1 minute at a time.
No problem. Vander kind of comments as you guys are going down the steps. It's weird. They knew I was bringing you guys today. When you get to the bottom of the stairs,
So they did.
It opens up into a tunnel. And the main thing that you realize is this tunnel is full of vines. And in all the adjacent rooms, there are more vines going into and more of these flowers growing off these vines. And no one's down here. You don't hear or see anybody so far.
How's it smell?
Wow.
It smells like the flower did.
I'll pull one of the balls. There's 4 balls that create dancing lights. I pull one off to get a look at Primitive's face and see if she's reacting.
Oh, she didn't come down. She's up at the top of the stairs.
Oh, she's
Did you guys go down?
No.
Okay, yeah,
We
she's
stayed
up there with you guys.
I roll
Unless you can call her down here.
I'm gonna roll investigation.
What do you look for?
Weird shit. That's weird.
Okay,
I'm just gonna be texting
Yeah,
them
go ahead.
this whole time too. Just be like, hey guys, do you find anything? How's it going down there?
Our group chat is fucked up.
Yeah, I'm just blowing up the group chat. I'm just like, so what you guys do? What you guys find over there? Like, what
9.
happened?
Okay, so you're looking through the rooms, and I mean, you just see these vines growing all over the walls. There's no kobolds around, no sign of a struggle or anything. But this place is dirty and nasty. But that's just because kobolds
They're
are dirty and
kobolds,
nasty.
yeah.
But the main thing is that you do know is in the deepest room, there seems to be a huge crack in the wall and a thick stalk of a green vine. It's growing out and then branching out into all these other smaller green things. And it seems to be growing directly out of the rock.
I'll go back. I think it's time to go back up, Vander.
This is what the hell is happening?
I think we need our biology specialist to get a beat on this. I'll be in the group chat like scrolling past all
100
Percy's
messages later.
Yeah, I'll text up. Percy, come down here immediately.
It's a tight squeeze, my dude. Do you do it?
Can I would still have the same investigation and everything if I
Transform?
I
sure.
wild shaped, right?
Yeah, sure.
I'll wild shape into the lizard chicken and just be like, buck,
Okay.
buck, 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 buck.
Okay, so Lizard
get
Chicken
down
shows up. Vander just looks at you. That looks like a handy pal.
And I'll just be like, buck, buck, buck.
So you see all the vines that have been described all over this place and the missing kobolds.
I will investigate the flower as best I can, I guess.
Okay.
Or the thick stock, pretty
The
much.
thick stalk, yeah. Okay, go ahead and give me, I guess, an investigation check on this one. It depends. What are you trying to learn here?
I just want to inspect it, like pretty much.
Get a beat.
Yeah,
get a beat on it.
get a beat on it, pretty much. Like I
Same thing as
imagine
the
I can.
alley or whatever the lot.
Oh, you want to try and talk to it. Gotcha.
I don't know if I can. Cause
Oh, it's not small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't talk as the.
Oh, I thought maybe like the individual things were like the individual flowers would count. Like you could talk to.
Well, I'm the chicken, so I can't speak as the chicken.
yeah.
Yeah, but
that's
you
true.
can feel like
No, but his feature doesn't work when he's a chicken.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
he's a
know
chicken
if
now.
it-
He's not a furbolg. He's a chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, so all you can really do is like take a peek.
Pretty much, yeah, as investigator. Else, so there's no like even if I'm like laying down, there's no way I can. Well, I wouldn't be able to get out.
Yeah, well, you would, but
Again,
it's tight.
these are like 4.5 feet tall tunnels.
Tunnels. Okay.
You're like
Yeah, and I'm
doubled
It's
seven.
harder
Yeah.
stoop to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do a as best I can, like a nature on it, like pretty much,
Okay.
like get a feel
What are you
for
trying to
it.
discern for it from?
Where it came from, more or less. Like I know it came
Okay,
out
go
of the
ahead.
wall
Give me a
and
nature
everything.
check. Go ahead.
But if these nature check 11. Like, could I maybe count the flowers? Like, just kind of
There's probably a couple dozen of the flowers growing in this
couple
den.
dozen. I mean, what did I get with that 11? Did it
With
give
an
me
11,
anything?
you've never heard or seen of a plant like this before.
And it's the same one as from the lot.
It must be,
Okay.
which means that this thing, either there's multiple of these things all over the place, or this
is like
plant life is humongous and growing. Because you saw a single stalk poking out of the soil in that garden
And
that was
it
very far from
created-
here. Yeah. So
Would I know if it's from the same flower?
Genus.
yeah, you can tell it's the same genus, same
The
species.
same root, basically, though. That's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, shit.
But also, you're a little perplexed because there's no rain in this city.
Yeah, like, how
where's
is
this thing
this
getting
happening?
water?
And you said it was yellow and red?
It's like red and orange.
Red and orange.
Red and orange
right.
stars. The stalk, the vine though, is a deep dark green.
That's right. I learned in
Deep
Jake's
dark
arc
green.
in Jake's arc last episode that like shit doesn't grow here like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Could I maybe try like to peck the stalk?
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Is that at all possible? Like,
Go ahead. You make an attack roll.
Just with my strength, basically?
Yeah.
Plant has armor.
17.
Okay. Yeah. You hit it. Roll a d4 plus
You fucking
2.
You fucking like kangaroo jump across the
It's a
room into a
3.
pirouette
So you
in the
take
sky.
a violent peck at this plant,
yeah.
and I need you to make a intelligence save.
Oh, you're gonna die.
Maybe. Intelligence save. All right. Not bad. 21.
Oh yeah, that's really good. But you feel a distinct
But you die.
But you die anyways.
like how do I explain this? You feel some sort of psionic influence on your brain, like that you like steel yourself against quickly.
Yeah.
But like something was obviously trying to psionically hurt you.
Oh, shit.
And you're pretty sure like the plant was
plants.
making a psionic attack on you when you heard it.
Oh, shit.
I'm just like watching, like
what did they see? They saw like
Yeah.
a kung
Yeah,
fu
yeah.
chicken.
Yeah, you see the chicken like peck, and then the chicken's like, ah! And then
Carter turned his dancing lights into like he pulled it back into like a little tiny torch, and then he turned it into like a fidget spinner, like all the little balls. And he's just like watching intently.
And I'll just look at them and just be like, "Buck."
we need to talk upstairs.
We need to go up.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, so you guys go upstairs.
That one means up. Let's go.
Let's
and I'll
fast
start-
forward. You
yeah.
guys are outside the den now.
And I'll change back and be like, "Oh man, when I pecked that flower, it attacked me with its mind, or it psychically hit me.
What?
That flower's like alive. I don't like. That's pretty much like it's like a self-defense mechanism, like what I have.
Maybe you're not sure. But I think we'll find out next time
Oh no!
on Superquest Saga.
Damn it.
We're gonna call it a game, guys. We will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Oh, bye bye.